I had to start this a little early because I got class. A buddy of mine just reminded me. I got class at 10:30, so I'm gonna try to get this out to y'all real quick. See, I'm going over the Qabalah. The Qabalah with a Q. Qabalah. There's like three different ones, I believe. But Kabbalion with a K, which is more of the Egyptian Hermetics. I don't know if it's Egyptian actually, but it's more of the Hermetica and the Hermetics of the Kabbalion. And then you got the one with the C, which is, I believe, the Christian way of it. And then the Jewish mysticism is the one with the Q. And what it means is like receive teachings are like a teaching on how to receive. So anything that like read to you or any books you could read, like this is just like a step to it, but the actual knowledge of it is like from the cosmos. You know what I'm saying? So let me turn this off. All right, so it's like getting the intelligence from the higher forces. You know what I'm saying? You can read all day, and I could tell you this stuff all day, but it's not until you receive the teachings or a teaching on how to receive the information is when you really get the full truth of it. But I'll give y'all the five principles for now. That way, y'all can get a better understanding of what it is, and also the Kabbalah, Kabbalion, all these Kabbalah, stuff has to do with the tree of life and the pathways. And I'll go more into that. We'll be talking a lot about the tree of life uh, because it has a lot to do. It's like a map for your consciousness and your soul and whatnot uh, to get to the unity's place. Kether is what they call it, the sphere that's by itself at the top of the tree, and then it starts splitting, which is the duality between the pillars, severity and mercy, and then you got the middle pillar, which is equilibrium, or the middle pillar. And I was gonna make one last night, but I had did an interview and we got caught up, talking. So I'm here now. Happy New Year's to y'all, man. We finna have a great one, man. You got to keep that mind state. Remember, all of it is a state. Me talking on this YouTube channel right now, I'm in a certain mind state. You know what I mean? To talk to y'all, and then you can go in the dream state. Go whatever state you want to go to. Literally, like different levels of consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Like different states, and that's what the tree is. Different states of consciousness, or the spheres, the Sephiroth. Think they different like cultures say it differently because of their accent. I'm trying to get some of this Palo Santo going. No, we gotta let spirit know we coming through in this thing. All right. So the first principle of the Kabbalah will be the higher force. There is a higher force that we, our egos, lower selves, all live in. We separate from the force and cannot see it. At the end of time, our lower selves will have to unify with this force. The second principle, benevolence. The higher force is 100% benevolent. 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 We we have been created as egoists specifically to discover our destructive qualities. It is in our own nature to break free from these egotistical patterns and ways. It is in our nature to want to become one with the force that created us. So that would be the benevolence, the second principle. And then we got our soul. We were created as one soul, one egotistical desire to passionately enjoy life. This desire soul was shattered into countless souls. These souls must unify back together into one soul. In order to do that, we must correct ourselves. This looks like freeing yourself from hate and learning to love each other. 4. Choice. When we reach the destructive ego of today, we see how bad it is. We have two choices: to move forward, to avoid pain and grow, or via karma beatings. So, to avoid pain and grow via karmic beatings, uh, are to reveal the methods of Qabalah and evolve via divine revelation. So, you could choose the path of pain or the path of divine revelation. So one would be like the pain, the karmic scale would be like, all right, one way that Jordan puts it, he says, like if you have some dirty clothes, right, in your room and you don't pick them up, so you get the instant karma, like they start smelling. Your parents might tell you you need to pick that shit up. You know, or it's like an instant cycle. So, and then you got the path of the divine revelation, which is like trying to reach out to the higher source, uh, trying to become one with all and shine light and stuff of that matter. And then we got, did I read? Yeah, the fifth principle, awakening. We evolve one way or another, but up until now we were following our egotistical will to grow. Today we are more awake than ever, and now we have the freedom of choice. When someone discovers Kabbalah, they learn about themselves deeper and pursue their spiritual development with new love and freedom. So, according to them, the meaning of life is to create a creature, in, to the Kabbalah, of the Jewish mysticism, to create a creature and fill it with boundless delight. So it's like if you put these two words together, they kind of real similar. So you got creature and creator. You know, so it says to create a creature and fill it with boundless delight. Dude, all right. So what is a creature? A box. The way they explain it. Let me see. A box with 5 openings. So let me draw it for y'all. Hold on. Sorry. All right. So we got. So a box with 5 openings. All right. So what is this? So we got They are the five senses. Okay? So we got touch, taste, smell, sight, and hearing. This is what a creature is. All right? What is a higher reality? A form of reality that is unavailable to our physical senses. How do we perceive it? We have to develop an inner antenna or receptor to be able to receive this sixth sense. Traditional Kabbalists call it the screen. So this is like when you're kind of starting to see with your inner eye or your intuition or stuff like that. To unlock the screen, we must move through the five levels of desires of evolution. The five levels of evolution. Ready? One, root. It's kind of can kind of tie them to the chakras a little bit. Survival, sex, food, shelter. Essential, essential. And this is from my notes that I took from courses and stuff like that. So, essential needs to survive and maintain existence. The creature must be able to exist. If it does not, its vessel will perish and the soul will return without form to the higher worlds. Okay, so that's the first level, the root. You need sex. So you got sex, survival, food, and shelter. Then two, wealth. This is level two, wealth. Accumulation of enough of the first category so that we never have to worry about these things again. So enough of the first, sex, survival, food, shelter. We need enough of these things to be wealthy, so we could be wealthy and not worry about them again. Level three is power. Having is not enough. A new desire develops, the ability to control the previous two categories. In this way, we can fill up the buckets, stockpile whatever is needed to survival, and even do things with them in the world. Okay, so that's the power, like using the wealth you have to gain more stuff, or to use this wealth and power to better the world. Level four is knowledge. So once we have power and still unfulfilled, we attempt to comprehend reality at a deeper level. This includes mediums like religion, art, science, and philosophy. These often give us beliefs, but no direct access to the higher worlds and realities. That's why I used to say, if I ever said it, but I'm saying it now, that anything that's told or read or anything like that is half truth. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like a stepping stone to the actual knowledge. Because like it says right here, like these often give us belief, but no direct access to the higher worlds and realities. So you get, the faith, which is only a stepping stone to knowledge. You have to experience it in order to see, you know what I'm saying? And this is our just like little taste, uh, such as plant medicine as well. They give you a little taste of the higher realms, but until you open up your heart and go through these five desires and you kind of master these things, and that's until you can perceive the higher realms. Because remember, this is what we're going over. To unlock the screen, we must move through the five levels of desires, our evolution. So to unlock that inner screen, in order to see the higher realms and perceive them, you have to go through these levels. So level five is love, the last level. This desire is placed in our hearts when we reach a certain level of spiritual attainment and personal growth. The activation of the sixth sense. There is no limit to the final desire, but it continually grows and expands, filling up the previous desires as it increases. The expansion of the heart desire also facilitates expansion into stronger connection with the higher realities. So those are the five levels of evolution. So, and then like back to I was saying how you got to pick the two paths. You got the path of pain, and then you got the path of the divine revelation. So The Qabalah, I think they say so. There's the path of pain, which is the karmic cycle, or the path of Torah and mitzvah. And I believe that was a Bible, one of the Bibles back in the days names, the Torah, uh, Torah. And what it means is instruction by the light. And mitzvah is transformation of ego into its divine expression. And then once you pick that path, once you're doing like the divine revelation or the pain of the karmic cycle, and a lot of people are unconscious about the path of the pain. Like they don't know why this shit is happening. But if you watch this video, maybe you could see have a broader understanding. Um, so once you pick one of those, the path of pain, the karmic cycle, or the path of Torah and mitzvah, the divine revelation, uh, the second choice of path becomes available, which is the tree of life. You pick the path of mercy, the path of severity, or the path of mercy, or the path of harmony, equilibrium. And of course, everybody wants to go harmony, right? So, but in order to do that, you have to go through all these spheres of consciousness. You don't necessarily have to, but it's good to go through all the spheres of consciousness or state of being. Um, so that way you can understand when you're on that side of the tree, when you're on good or evil or hot or cold, you know what I'm saying, dark or light, whatever, you know what I'm saying. And that way you can bring yourself into equilibrium because you know what side of the tree you're on. So and to understand this, you could look at the planets, you could look at the chakras. They all tie into the same thing. And the more videos I make, the more I'm gonna go over this, and I'm gonna keep tying into the tree because I feel like this is the best map that we have, and it's starting to come more and more out, and it goes more deep and deep. Like there's so much you can learn about it. It's like never ending, pretty much. And like I said, we could talk about it all day and read about it all day, but it's not till you meditate on the spheres and the symbols until you go to those conscious state of being. And I think the next video, I'm not sure yet because I'm still learning how to make. I just figured out how to put like a picture up and talk behind the picture. So I'm probably gonna, yeah, I'll do that for you. I'll make a tree of life with the pathways, each pathway, and you could tie this to the tarot too, which are the cards. I don't know if I talked about that yet, but I'll go into that and more of an astrology because the astrology, the tree of life, the pathways all tie into the tarot as well. So, and this is just like a tool for ascension, like or you could use it for clarity. And some people use it kind of try to tell the future and stuff, but they take it so literal that they kind of manifest that, if that makes any sense. So like I wouldn't use it to like tell the future or nothing like that. If you're trying to do that, then that's cool or whatnot, but that's kind of flunked out, because we're living in the now. We ain't we're we got to make the now. you know the future and the present's illusion. Don't worry about that. So, and that also causes anxiety and all kind of other symptoms. But yeah, so I'll make this a little better because it's a little markings everywhere, and these are just the pathways and the symbols. Because each pathway has a Hebrew symbol. You know what I'm saying? And each symbol represents a double letter. Let me see how I got it put. A double letter, a triple letter, or no, there's seven double letters, which are the planets, the seven planets. And then you got the three mother letters, which are fire, water, and air. And then you got the 12 single letters, the zodiac. So we'll go over that, and we'll go over the symbols of the elements as well. And that one should be, a little interesting video. So yeah, I think that's all for today. I gotta get to class in about 15 minutes. Our study group for magic. Uh, so yeah, what is a creature? A creature is the five senses. That's I don't know. That just something commanded me to tell y'all that again. Alrighty, let's go out with some jams. Let's see. I gotta play certain music, I guess, cause I mean I don't know. They were trying to like tell my videos were copywriting or some shit. I guess, cause I was listening to music and I don't know if they thought I was trying to promote that music as mine or something like that. I don't know, but I'm just listening to music YouTube. Jam mix. Oh yeah, Jordan from Spirit Mysteries actually showed me this song. It's pretty jamming.
The promised land is in the palm of our hands, are confined by the lines drawn in the sand, buried in the flesh, hidden in bone. The kingdom of heaven is embedded in the soul. In order to return and become whole, we must be humble, surrender ego, let go of the future and the past. The light that shines right through the mask, illuminate the path, draw the mind back, illuminate the path, gotta draw the mind back, illuminate the path, draw the mind back. It's hidden in this moment, be right where you heaven is here. When the mind is clear, when the mind is clear, heaven is here.
When the mind is clear, when the mind is clear.
Mind is clear, concentration draws it near. Lost in the desert, looking for oasis. Chase bliss, takes our mind to a genesis. Exodus to the space, no nemesis. Fly into the sun like young Icarus. Born to the dust, rise like a phoenix does. To the gates of the kingdom so glorious. Marching forward into love like a warrior does. Return to the one and become victorious. Illuminate the path, draw the mind back. Illuminate the path, gotta draw the mind back. Illuminate the path, draw the mind back. It's hidden in this moment, very right where we're heaven is here. When the mind is clear, when the mind is clear, when the mind is clear, heaven is here. When the mind is clear, 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 give me the love, I dissolve my fears, I dissolve my fears, give me the love, gotta draw the mind back, gotta draw the mind Promised land is not found on the map. Gotta draw the mind back. Pull out of the trap, move back, retract, make direct contact. It's hidden in this moment, very right where you at. Lost in the strange land, caught up in this game plan. Trying to find my way back to the train station. Looking outside, but it's not a basement. It's a state of mind.
All right, y'all have a good one. Oh yeah, so I changed my plan in my community. If you're in there, I would get the new plan because the other one's getting canceled out probably in a week. So, and it'll kick everybody out of that, membership. So you have to pick the new membership. But I sent everybody in there a message. And if you're trying to join the community, it's living in the heart for y'all that doesn't know. Everybody just coming together and knowing that the heart has a mind as well, that we've been kind of living in the ego and we're trying to get back into that sacred space and yeah, just kind of spread the love, spread the knowledge, and There will be courses and events, weekly activities, monthly themes, stuff like that. So, and I can also interview you, and there's a month free trial, so y'all can come check it out if y'all want. Thank y'all. Have a good day.